Hey guys, and welcome back to a brand new video. Now today we're going to be going into the Darth Tyranus community transmission that was just released by community manager Ben Walk. Now before going into his abilities, I just think it's important to note that we don't have any preview screenshots at all, and the skins for Dooku and the Coruscant Guard have been delayed, which, yeah, it's really disappointing to be fair. And Ben did say that they're not going to let it happen again, so I'm happy that they've acknowledged their mistakes here. It's really good to see them go and do that. But hey, I mean, Dooku releases in like less than 24 hours, so I'm not too bothered about a preview. It's a shame to see that the Dark Ritual Appearance skin has been pushed back to a hotfix. However, this is coming shortly after the update, so whether it's going to be a few days or a week, I don't know. But I can confirm that it is an epic appearance and will therefore cost you 40,000 credits. Now, the Coruscant Guard clone skins have, however, been pushed back all the way to the February content drop, which will be getting a large clone overhaul. So I can understand the decision, to be fair, and it's going to be a massive month, and the clone overhaul is going to be things like, so Coruscant Guard 501st, Armoured Officers, and a bunch of skin corrections as well to make them more canon and looking and stuff. So it's going to be really good. It's going to be great. I can't wait for that, but it is a shame to not get the Coruscant Guard this month. Now back to the topic at hand. Count Dooku releases tomorrow, January 23rd, and will of course cost us 35,000 credits. You cannot buy him with crystals, and his abilities are as follows: Lightning Stun, Expose Weakness, and Duelist. Lightning Stun unleashes a quick stun that throws all nearby enemies to the ground. The damage inflicted is reduced for each extra target within the radius up to 5 targets. So essentially, if there are like 4 clones in blast radius, you'll receive less damage. I imagine that's the way that's going to work. But it sounds pretty cool. It's almost a bit like Emperor Palpatine's Lightning Stun, but almost in a bit more of a Luke's Repulse kind of way, which sounds pretty cool. So I'm looking forward to that. And we next have Expose Weakness, and this ability targets one opponent in which their speed is slowed down. It will also be highlighted for Dooku and receive more damage per hit. Whether this is going to be for everyone, whether it's just increased more damage from Dooku or even blasters as well, I'm not sure. But if the target is killed during the time the ability is active, it will then instantly be recharged. Now some of you may be thinking, wait, it only gets one person and it instant recharge and all that stuff, but again, it only targets one person, which isn't a lot at all. So having an instant recharge, I think, if you get the kill within the ability, I think it's a really nice way to actually balance that out. So it sounds pretty cool. I'm looking forward to using it. And the last ability is Duelist, whereby Dooku's attack speed and damage output are increased for a small amount of time. Whilst active, one hand is behind his back. Now again, I do like the sound of this, and it is very reminiscent of the Clone Wars TV show and even the films too, because in the Clone Wars TV show you see Dooku duel with just one hand behind his back quite a lot, especially later on in a few seasons as well. So yeah, it's going to be really nice to actually go and see that, and how they're trying to blend Corey Burton and Christopher Lee's Dooku's into one hero, which is pretty cool. So that's his abilities, and I think it's also important to note that he will have more dodges than usual. So it is very standard for everyone to have 2 dodges, but Dooku's going to have more. It doesn't specify how much, but I think it's probably going to be about 3. I think 4 would maybe be a little bit too much, but I'm looking forward to seeing this, so that should be cool. So Dooku also has a health on kill card, which is also great to know, and it doesn't specify how much health he does actually start with, but he does have a health regeneration card as well, so I'm looking forward to seeing those. A few more little things with Count Dooku is obviously he comes with 4 emotes. These are Brave but Foolish. I've been looking forward to this. I've become more powerful than any Jedi, and the Sith control everything. So again, it's reminiscent of the Clone Wars and the TV shows. The Clone Wars TV show and the film. So it's really great to see that, again, kind of getting in that blend. And even with his voice lines as well, we do see a bit of both, which is also very nice. So I'm looking forward to Count Dooku. But that's basically everything for him. And another big thing actually is that Geonosis is getting a few changes as well. So Geonosis will be coming to Arcade, Heroes vs Villains, and Blast. So I'm hoping we can get some stuff for Hero Showdown with Geonosis, but essentially we're going to be able to battle it out throughout the Geonosian Canyons, which is phase 1 in Galactic Sun. So I'm looking forward to this. It should be nice. It's going to mix up the It's going to mix up the rotor quite nicely actually, so yeah, it's going to be really nice to go and play Blast on Geonosis actually, it's going to be good. But ATTE health in Galactic Assault will be lowered, to by how much we don't know, but Ben Walk did say this on Twitter, so yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing the changes between Geonosis. You know, it's going to be interesting to play it out, because 9 times out of 10, every time on the clones, we always go and win past phase 1, and if I'm the droids, I always lose if we don't win in phase 1. So again, it's annoying, it's frustrating, but hey, it's going to be alright. So a few other things actually to note is there's just a bunch of changes to heroes as usual, you know, a lot of fixes, but a few to note are that Kylo Ren's Bloodlust star card, instead of dealing additional strikes, it now actually deals additional damage per strike. So instead of giving me the option to have another 3 extra strikes on the ability, it will just do the usual amount but higher damage, which I think is actually a lot better. It was pretty buggy and annoying to be striking so many times not being able to do anything else. So I think this is a really good change actually, so I'm looking forward to using Kylo Ren a little bit more. And some bigger issues which I've raged about so many times is that Force ability hit registration seems to have been fixed as well. So these abilities included things like Luke's Force Push and Repulse, Kylo Ren's Freeze and Pull, as well as many others like Darth Maul's Force Push, putting you absolutely anywhere, could send you behind Maul for God's sake. So a lot of fixes there, which is great, but that is basically the main things from the community transmission which I thought I'd highlight. Let me know what you guys think of all this in the comments below. A link to the community transmission will be in the description for you to go ahead and read up for yourself if you haven't done so already. But the update releases tomorrow, guys, January 23rd. I'm pretty excited for this, and you know, whilst I am disappointed with delaying content, you know, it's all going to be fine, especially if DICE actually get that content to the standard we all, I suppose, deserve. So, you know, February is going to be an absolutely excellent month for the game, and that is pretty much just everything from me. So thank you all very much for watching, and may the Force be with you always.